Hey everyone, thanks for stopping by my YouTube channel. My name is Paula Jean, and this is where I'll be making family favorite recipes or finding new and exciting ones on the internet or on Facebook. So grab your paper and pencil and let's get cooking. Today I'm going to be making some fried green tomatoes. And normally, this early in the season, I wouldn't have any green tomatoes if I left them on the vine, but thanks to the windstorm that we had, it kind of knocked over one of my sister's plants, and she couldn't get it back up, so I asked her if I could have some. Well, she gave me 6 of them, and I'm going to use these 3. So you want to cut them a 1/2 inch thick. This knife has done my fingers in twice. So I am very cautious when I use it. I have some parchment paper. I'm going to just put these on the parchment paper. Let them dry a little bit. Alright, there they are. I'm going to let them stay on here for a couple minutes and then I'll be back. So here I have 1 egg that I'm going to break in the bowl. Beat it up a little bit. And just put a little bit of water in there. It's probably about a teaspoon of water. All right, now this is where I have our spices, and I have, where is it? Can't find it. I wish I could remember what it was. I think it's a 1/2 cup. Actually, it's not. It's about 1/4 cup of coconut flour, 3/4 cup of Parmesan cheese, I have a teaspoon of basil, a teaspoon of paprika. Then for my other spices, I have a 1/2 teaspoon of Italian seasoning, a 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, a 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder, and what was that one? Oh, I'm great, huh? Oh, it's Well, I got a 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. And what is this one? Let me taste it. Oh, it's Cajun seasoning, a 1/2 teaspoon. Just gonna mix this all together. I have a non-stick coated pan heating up with about 1/4 cup of olive oil in it. Now you don't have to add the cayenne pepper if you don't want. All right, that looks like it's nice and mixed up. All right. Let me start dredging my tomatoes. So they're gonna go in the egg first, then they're gonna go in the coconut flour and Parmesan cheese and into my hot pan. Now I've got my heat, it was on medium, and I turned it down a little bit. I would say it's like at the 8 o'clock position on a clock. All right, let me finish this up. All right, they're frying away, and I'm just going to turn my heat up just a touch. Let's see. And you just want them nice and golden brown on one side. And then turn it over and get the other side nice and brown. Now what I did with the ends, I just barely sliced off the end to get rid of that round part. And I have some paper towels waiting. The reason I couldn't think of what that orange spice was is because when I opened the cupboard and I was taking out everything, I saw that Cajun seasoning sitting there and I thought, I'm going to put some of that in. I do that all the time when I'm cooking. These are looking good. I had never had a fried green tomato until I lived in Kentucky. And there was this really nice little restaurant we used to go to every Wednesday for lunch. And they had fried green tomato and bacon sandwiches on their menu, and their bread was to die for. They had homemade multi-grain bread and walnut bread. And that's where I first had one of these. Okay, they'll be fork tender when they're done, which these are. So let's see. Yep. Okay, I had one lone little guy, so we'll stick him in here. Now, if you don't want to eat this in a sandwich, you can have it for an appetizer and have a nice aioli sauce to dip those in. Some people like to dip them in ketchup. So that's why I'm going to cook up all of these, because tonight we are having fried green tomato and bacon and lettuce sandwiches. Alright, I'm going to finish cooking these up. And then I am going to construct my sandwich. Alright, let's construct this sandwich. I have my toast here, and I did put a little butter on it because I was still waiting for the bacon to finish cooking, and I didn't want it to get too crumbly. So of course you have to have mayonnaise. Alright, then you can put your lettuce down, or you can build it any way you want. And I have spring mix, so I'm just going to put a little bit of spring mix here. You can use spinach, you can use romaine lettuce, you can use iceberg lettuce, it doesn't matter. And you can also use all-purpose flour in place of the coconut flour. Alright, I have 3 pieces of bacon. I hate when I go out and get a BLT and they're skimpy on the bacon. Alright, now we'll put our tomatoes. We'll put 1, and we'll put 2. And here is our fried green tomato, bacon, and lettuce sandwich. So I hope you try this. This is kind of famous in the South and in the West. And give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and don't forget to hit that bell so every time I upload a video, you'll get notified. I'm going to put this sandwich on the plate. And we have a nice fresh cucumber to go along with it. Anyway, I hope you're getting outside and getting some fresh air. And don't forget, stay safe.